Hello, I'm sitting in front of a fire. This morning my husband built a fire or made a fire in the fireplace. Strangely, when we say he built a fire or he made a fire or he's making a fire, that's what we call it, even though there's no fire. Even though we haven't lit it yet, we call it a fire. Kind of strange. But I did light the fire, and now it's really a fire. We make fires in our fireplace almost every day. Actually, my husband makes the fires. So I lit the fire, and I could have used a lighter, and I could have used a match. Can you guess which one I used? I chose the match because it's more fun. So I wanted to teach you the verb to strike. Strike, it means to hit. That's one of the meanings. And so I will strike the match on the box. I struck. Pewy. I struck the match. I struck the match and lit the match. And now I will throw this in the fire. So today I thought it would be interesting to talk about the different ways we use the word match and strike. So let's start with match. First, we know that match is a noun. It's this. Match can also be used to describe a sporting event, like a soccer match or a football match. We also use match when we're talking about two things that are the same, like, oh, I need to find a matching pair of socks. I can never find a matching pair of socks. Have you ever heard of the saying, he has met his match, or she has met her match? This means that he or she has found someone who is at their same level. Maybe he's a really, really talented musician, and he's always kind of believed that he was the best. But one day, someone came into his life who was just as good of a musician as he was. And so people might say, oh, he has finally met his match. There's someone who is just as good as he is. You could also use it about negative qualities. Like maybe he's a notorious liar, and then someone has come into his life who's just as much of a liar. And so you could say, oh, he's really met his match. You could describe Nora's cooking, and you could say, oh, Nora is an amazing cook, but she has finally met her match. Her sister Rosa has been practicing. Nora has met her match. Now, what about the word strike? Strike. Strike as a noun can refer to something that happens when workers at a company decide to stop working for a period of time and they go on strike. This is their way of telling their boss or the owner of the company they're not happy with their work conditions, and so they go on strike. Maybe they hold up signs outside the workplace, but they stop working for a while. They go on strike. Like I said earlier, strike also is a verb, and it means to hit. You shouldn't strike your dog. She can't fight back. She can't defend herself. You shouldn't strike your pet. You can also use strike, meaning that something has an impact on you. So maybe something or someone strikes you as so funny. Oh, I love that comedian. He strikes me as so hysterically funny. Or, oh, I hate listening to that song. It just strikes me as so sad. It always makes me cry. So if something strikes you, if something hits you in a certain way, that you can use strike in that way. You can also use strike as an adjective by adding ing to the end, striking, striking. So you can use it to describe a person. He is so striking. He has such stunning features. Or she is a striking woman. She is very attractive. You can also use striking to describe a place, a natural feature, mountain range, or a building, a church, or a mosque. You might say, oh, the architecture of that building is striking. It's such a beautiful place. Cinderella had to be careful because she was told, when the clock strikes midnight, you will go back to what you were. So the carriage will become a pumpkin. So she had to be careful because when the clock struck midnight, everything changed. So struck is the past tense of strike. You may also say to strike a pose. To strike a pose. The little girl loved when her mom got out her phone and hit record. The girl always knew when it was time to strike a pose. I hope that this video was helpful. I hope that you think it was unmatched in quality, that it was striking. I hope it struck a chord with you. And I want to promise you that I will not go on strike and match. And I hope that instead of watching a football match, you will always watch Gazelle English videos first. Oh well. Okay, thanks so much for joining me today. So remember all the ways you can use match and strike. All right, bye for now. Ma salami.